There is something seriously wrong with home decor content online, and I want to talk about it today. As you guys know, I started this channel as a home decor channel. I've talked about different interior design styles, different ways to improve your home, and small changes that can make a space feel better. I've used photos from the internet to show examples of what I mean and to help explain different styles and decorating concepts. So I'm not against home decor content at all. I'm literally part of that world. But lately, something about it has been bothering me. Because of the content I created, my social media feeds are full of home decor videos. Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, pretty much everywhere. And honestly, some of these videos make me feel like shit. I'm just being honest here. Everything in these videos and in these homes is so perfect. Everything is up to date, stylish, trendy, clean, and organized. And don't get me wrong, I'm impressed when I see those videos. I genuinely think they look beautiful. The beige sofa, the expensive coffee machine, the perfectly styled shelves, the trendy kitchen accessories, the giant kitchens, the beautiful lighting. Everything looks incredible. And another thing I've noticed is that everything is always new. The cabinets are new, the furniture is new, accessories, finishes. Everything has that fresh, glowing feeling to it. And that's when I started thinking about the huge gap between those homes and the homes most of us actually live in. Here's the thing, no matter how timeless you try to be when decorating your home, eventually things stop feeling new. That's just reality. You can't spend months choosing the perfect sofa. You can carefully choose timeless furniture. You can avoid trends and try to be timeless and invest in quality pieces. And I actually think that's the right way to go. But after a while, those pieces don't have that same glow anymore. I'm not saying they become ugly or stop looking good. I'm just saying they don't feel brand new anymore. And I think we need to be honest about that because a lot of online content seems to ignore the reality completely. Unless you're a content creator whose job is literally receiving new furniture, new decor, new accessories, and new products all the time, your home is eventually going to settle into itself. You're going to have the same dining table for years, and that's how normal people live. And I feel like home decor content has become less and less realistic. Sometimes I watch these videos and I feel like they're quietly telling us that we always need something new. A new coffee table, new rug, new vase, new organizer, new trend, a new color palette. Always something. But decorating a home isn't the same thing as buying a shirt. It's not the same thing as buying a pair of shoes. When you choose a sofa, you're probably going to live with it for years. When you paint your walls, choose your cabinets, choose your curtains, choose your dining table, whatever. These decisions stay with you for a long time. And I think that's one of the reasons why this content can become frustrating. Because it creates a standard that most homes can never realistically maintain. Sometimes these videos make me feel like my home isn't beautiful enough. And logically, I know that's not true, but I still feel I watch these videos with calm music in the background. The sunlight is perfect, everything is spotless, looks peaceful, looks expensive, and the message feels like this is what life should look like. And suddenly you're sitting in your own apartment thinking maybe your place isn't good enough. Again, logically, I know that's not true, but I think these videos affect people more than we realize. And then there is another category of content that bothers me a lot, the tips and tricks content. Before anyone gets mad at me, I make tips and tricks content too. I talk about lighting all the time, furniture placement, design principles, and many of these things are absolutely true. For example, lighting can completely change the mood of a space. I genuinely believe that. But here's what drives me crazy. They will take an already beautiful apartment, the furniture is perfect, the styling is amazing, the apartment is spotless, everything is already amazing, then they will show it with bad lighting, and then they will switch to good lighting, and suddenly they're all like, look, lighting changed everything. Well, yes, of course it did. The apartment was already beautiful. The lighting was the last 5%. What if the apartment has other problems? What if the furniture doesn't work? The layout doesn't work? The space is cluttered. The finishes are outdated. What if the person renting can't change half of the things you're suggesting? And I think sometimes these videos oversimplify things. The same thing happens when people say, I bought this one thing from IKEA, or I bought this one thing from Amazon, and suddenly their home looks completely different. But if you pay attention, they usually changed 10 other things too. The styling changed, the camera angle changed, the lighting changed, the accessories changed, the room was cleaned and staged. And then we are told that one small item transformed everything. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. And I wish people were more honest about that. Another thing I've noticed is that there are so many different styles I genuinely love. For example, I love Scandinavian, but I also love certain eclectic interiors. I love minimal spaces, but I also appreciate warm and collected spaces. And that's another thing social media doesn't talk about enough. When you're actually decorating your home, you have to make a decision. You can't have every style. You have to commit to something. You have to choose. And once you've chosen, you're probably living with those decisions for years. You can't change your flooring every month, or your kitchen every season, or repaint your entire home every week. So there's always going to be a gap between consuming beautiful home content and actually living in a real home. And I think that's what I've been struggling with lately, the gap between home decor content and real life, because real homes are messy sometimes, aren't always trendy, aren't always new, don't always look like Pinterest boards. And that's totally fine. So if you're anything like me and you're watching videos of beautiful young women waking up in a beautiful apartment, making coffee in a beautiful kitchens, looking completely put together, living in a space that seems perfect in every possible way, I just want to remind you something, that it's not how most people live. Most people are living in rentals or in older homes or working with budgets. Most people are making compromises and they have clutter sometimes. And honestly, that's normal. You can still be happy in an older apartment. You can still have beautiful moments without living in a perfectly curated home. And maybe that's something home decor content needs more of right now. Not more perfection, just a little more reality. Anyway, I would love to know what you think. Do you ever feel the same way when you watch home decor content online? Or is it just me? Let me know in the comment section and I'll see you in the next video.